Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking about makeup products that I used to love and totally forgot about. We are going to be revisiting old favorites from when I first started my channel about 2.5 years ago, and even before then when I first started getting into makeup, just products that at the time I loved and they were favorites of mine that I could not do my daily routine without, and now they just got pushed to the back burner for one reason or another. I recently pulled out one of these products from my collection to use, and it really sparked this idea and really re-inspired me to truly go through my collection, kind of pull from the back of my drawer and see what haven't I used, and are these products that'll still work for me? Are they still good? Or maybe will this product be even better for me now that I have more knowledge of makeup and more skill at makeup application, stuff like that. So I just thought that this would be interesting to film for you guys, have a little bit of a chat about old makeup and just see, do I still love these products? So I feel like that was a really long intro. Let's just get started. So first things first, I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about the product that really sparked this idea for the video. So this is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick. This is such an OG product. Please let me know if you guys remember these or if you ever owned one or used one. So I want to say I picked this up when highlighter was first becoming a thing, and recently I've just felt like I was in a little bit of a highlighter rut. I was kind of getting tired of using the same ones over and over again, so I reached to the back of my highlighter drawer, and sure enough, Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips, I'm not exactly sure what this is called, came out of my drawer, and I used it and I was so blown away by the formula of this. The best way that I could describe this product to you guys is a serious glow from within. It doesn't give you like a really wet look on the cheek. It doesn't emphasize texture. It's not glittery. It's not thick or chalky. It just gives the most beautiful glow from within, and this is an old favorite that I definitely still love, and I've actually pulled out of my collection, put it on the top of my vanity, and I've been using this a lot. So I believe that this does come in other color combinations. I have the warm nude, but it also does come in neutrals or cool, I believe. I do want to point out that this is a little bit more on the pricey side for a drugstore highlighter. Physicians Formula always runs higher in price at the drugstore in general. This product is $13.99, but what I love about this the most is that, yeah, it is $13.99, but you can get so many color combinations. So if you want something light and icy, you want your pink, your gold, your bronze, you have it all. You could use this as shadow, inner corner highlight, on your face, on your collarbones. I'll show you guys the different color combinations that you can get with the highlighter. I feel like that'll be good to show you guys. So here are the different rows of highlighter. So like I said, whether you want something icy, pink, golden, or bronze, it's just a really great all-in-one highlighter. And I hope that you guys can also see the type of formula this is. It is the most intense glow without looking wet. This does not emphasize any texture at all. I probably should have used this highlighter today. I'm going through like a little bit of a skin rash right now. I suffer from really severe eczema on the face, and I get kind of like flare-ups and breakouts. And I don't know if you guys can see, I used the Wet n Wild highlighter today, and as gorgeous as this is, you could see every single bump on my cheek. But with this, your texture is definitely nowhere near as prominent, and it just has the most gorgeous formula. This is definitely something that I still love, a rediscovered favorite that I'm gonna continue to use. But something that I don't love so much is this Neutrogena Shine Control powder. This just makes me laugh so hard because when I see this powder or smell it, it just has like a distinct smell. I remember packing pounds of this on my face after a gym class without even blotting the sweat off first. Looking back now, that is such a huge makeup mistake. I always like to blot off all my sweat before I go ahead and rub it all up in my face powder, but that is what I was doing like freshman year of high school. But this is the Neutrogena Shine Control powder, and this has rice protein complex. So this is really supposed to be mattifying on the skin, really supposed to take down all of that shine. I don't like this powder anymore. I was looking through my collection for this video, and I remember using this a ton towards the end of middle school, the beginning of high school. I used this powder a ton, and I could see why I liked it then, because when you're like 13, 14, 15, for me at least, I was very oily and my skin was breaking out in acne. This was really heavy duty and mattifying, but I don't love this powder anymore because my skin has gone through a lot of changes. It has really gotten more to a normal / oily point, but even for someone who's oily, this powder is way too heavy. And as you guys can see, this is the powder right here. It leaves a pretty heavy white cast on the skin, and it's just a heavy formula. I'm probably gonna go ahead and declutter this soon because I don't see myself using this. I have tried using this recently, and it is just such a heavy formula. Like even when you try to blend it out, you guys can still see it leaves that white cast. So it's not my favorite product. This is definitely an old favorite that I don't ever see myself using, and I could see why I stopped using it and why it kind of got pushed to the back of my drawer. Not to mention, this is expensive. This isn't the original one that I used, by the way. As you guys can see, I did hit pretty hard pan on this, I probably want to say I used this one up to like my junior year of high school, so this definitely needs to go. Definitely go ahead and leave me a comment or like this video if you used like 7 tubes of baby skin when you were in high school, because I know that I did. This is what introduced me to primer, and the claims on this is that it's supposed to instantly erase your pores and smooth out your skin. I definitely see why I loved this back in the day. Like I said, it was the first thing that introduced me to primer, and I see why I did love this and why there was so much hype around this. I don't think this is bad. There have just been other things of similar concept that I feel like do just a little bit better for my skin, that are a little bit more lightweight and that I just like more. For example, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer essentially does the same thing as this. I just like that one a bit more. As my skin has gone through changes, I just know what works for me, and this just isn't my favorite when it comes to like a smooth and long-lasting makeup routines. I want to say though that I probably went through like 3 or 4 of these at the time. This was really good stuff, and I always remember it being pretty affordable, like $5 or $6. Maybelline came out with one that's like the Prime and Blur. It's literally the same thing as this. It's a little bit more money, but I feel like that one is an even better dupe to something like the Smashbox Photo Finish than the baby skin is. So the next product that used to be an old favorite of mine was, it just makes me laugh looking at this because I just remember, I know a lot of people still love and use this, but I just haven't used this in so long. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is supposed to be like a really long lasting heavy duty setting spray. For me personally, I've been a little bit more intrigued by fixing sprays, something that's going to give my skin more of a natural finish, and I prefer setting my makeup with a setting powder and then going in with a fixing spray on top. Yeah, get me spicy chicken nuggets and fries with ranch and a Diet Coke. That literally didn't pick up anything that I said. To me personally, when it comes to setting my makeup and what I like to do when I set my makeup, I like to go in more with a heavy layer of powder that I know is really going to lock in my makeup, and then I prefer going in with like a fixing spray like Fix Plus or something, or even more of a moisturizing setting spray, something like the Hangover RX setting spray from Too Faced, because those don't have alcohol in it. I find that setting sprays that are like this do always have some alcohol in there, and it can be a little bit drying and heavy on the skin. So like I said, I just haven't been using this because I prefer to go in with more of a set with my powder and then melt the powder into my skin with like some Fix Plus. I love me some Fix Plus. You guys know I always drench my face in Fix Plus, and I've had no problems with the wear of my makeup. I strongly believe that the wear of your makeup is in the primer that's underneath and the powder that you put on top. I used to absolutely love this Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. I have mine in the shade number 1. This I want to say was my first high-end highlighter, and I was so excited about it. I remember the gold shade was really popular back in the day on YouTube, but I always liked the lighter shade a bit more, and at the time I was always scared to use highlighter in the first place, so I figured let me go lighter. I'm really happy that this is something that I rediscovered, and from rediscovering this as well as the Physicians Formula one and just seeing how gorgeous these formulas of highlighter are and how they're more of that subtle glow from within. They give you such a pretty look on the cheeks. Highlighter has escalated to a crazy point now here in 2018, and I love all forms of highlighter. I'm down for a good glow. I love a good wet look on the cheek, the metallic. Not really here for the glitter on the cheek. I don't love that too much, but I feel like this has showed me what highlighting was meant to be when it first originated, and now it's just blown up to this like who could have the most intense metallic formula. So I really do appreciate this more subtle form of highlighter. As much as you guys know I love a good glow, I really feel like this is something that I want to get back into. But I did go ahead and do a swatch. So this is the Makeup Revolution highlighter, and then this is the bronzer that comes with it. It is a little bit too warm and slightly orange in my opinion, so I'm not really sure how much use I'll be getting out of the bronzer, but this highlighter is something that I dip into once in a while. This is a really great highlighter to put right on the top of the cheekbone if you want a little bit more of an extra bam right there. I used to use this all the time, as you guys can see, and this is definitely something that I want to continue to use again. Another old favorite of mine that I totally forgot about until I was planning for this video are the NYX Butter Glosses. Do you guys remember when these were really popular on YouTube? I have so many. I had more than these, but I got rid of a couple that were just so old. These are such like classic products, but I do still feel like they get a lot of love, and I guess I haven't totally forgot about them, but I just feel like I've been into stuff that's a little bit more long lasting and pigmented and I don't have to keep applying. I do have to say, if you guys are looking for like a really sheer, easy, and affordable gloss, I don't think that these are any more than $5 or $6. The NYX Butter Glosses are going to be for you, but they are pretty sheer and they do wear off really quickly, but they're really comfortable formula. They all have dessert names and they all smell like different forms of desserts. Really sweet. So here are some of the colors swatched on my hand. I do feel like they are picking up a little bit more pigmented than they would on the lips. I did saturate the swatches a little bit more, but when you spread them out on the lips, they don't really pick up as much color as this. But I do say the one thing that I have noticed is that they fade quickly and you do have to keep reapplying them. So I really do still like these. If I want just like a quick and easy gloss, I'll just slap these on the lips, but like I said, you do have to reapply them a lot, and I do prefer something a little bit more long lasting, like my Fenty Gloss Bomb, the Anastasia glosses, and I also recently just tried a Wet n Wild lip gloss that is around the same price point as this, and I feel like the formula is just a little bit better, so that is why I've kind of had these glosses on the back burner, but they're really not a terrible formula. These palettes I really used to love and recently rediscovered them from doing the Throwback Thursday video that I just uploaded. I will have it linked right up here so you guys can go and check that out. I talked about this formula a little bit more in that tutorial, but they are the most creamy and buttery and pigmented and easy to blend. I love these palettes and I don't know why the hype ever died down on these. I haven't reached for them in a while before I did that tutorial, but after I did that tutorial and rediscovered the formula, I've been reaching for these like crazy. If I have a neutral look on, this is probably what I've been wearing, and I've been trying to make it a point to really pull it out and use them and give them more attention, because I just think so many brands are releasing palettes. OGs like this really get lost in the mix of all of these releases. So definitely still a huge favorite of mine. If you guys have your Lorac Pro palettes, I really recommend pulling them back out again and trying doing an eye look with them, because they're so good. And now that I feel like I have a little bit more skill when it comes to blending and doing my shadow, I feel like they're even better than I remember. So these are both totally old favorites that I still really love. If I had to choose one, I would choose the original one, just because the shades are a little bit more wearable. Warm neutrals, like you guys know, I like them, but I love the jewel tones and the different shades that the Lorac Pro 2 has. Alright you guys, so that is going to complete this video. Those are all my thoughts on rediscovered favorites and products that I just totally forgot about and got pushed to the back of my collection. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this type of video. It was really fun to, like I said, just rediscover old favorites and see how I feel, test them out, see how the products really work for me. But let me know if you guys have any products like this in your collection. Let me know what some of your old favorites are. I would totally love to know. You guys are seriously so awesome. All of your comments and support does not go unnoticed. But with that being said, you guys should go follow my social medias. Everything is at Jackie Ann Makeup. I really love to interact with you guys, and I post lots of video updates when I upload, and pictures and makeup looks all on my social media. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I'd love to have you guys here. If you guys have been missing any of my uploads, make sure to have your notifications on, so that way you will get notified every single time that I upload a new video directly to your phone and your email. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!